When criminals in this world appear and break the laws that they should fear and frighten all who see or hear, the cry goes up both far and near for Underdog! 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 Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who plunder. Underdog! Underdog! Underdog!
Finished. My camera ray is complete. With this ray, I'll be able to turn any living thing into a picture. All right, Mousie. Simon says hold it. It works! Now everybody will have to do what Simon says. I'll conquer the world!
And so, bright and early the next morning, Simon set out to conquer the world.
Yeah, but first I have to take care of the police.
Well, sir, what can we do for you?
I've come to take your picture.
My picture? Well. Now, just let me put on my hat.
Simon says hold it. Very good likeness.
Hey, he turned the chief into a picture. Let's get him, boys.
Simon says hold it.
Hey, he turned the whole squad into a picture.
I'll get him with this grenade.
Simon says hold it. Now there's only one problem left. Turn Underdog into a picture. First, I shall capture Sweet Polly. And then, when Underdog comes to rescue her, I'll turn him into a picture and tear it up.
Simon Bar Sinister?
You're coming with me.
No, never. Oh, help! Oh, help! Help!
Unhand that lady, you foul fiend.
Get out of here, you shoeshine boy.
Help! Help! Help!
Shoeshine didn't dare reveal his true identity in front of Simon and Sweet Polly. But as soon as they were gone, he stepped swiftly into a nearby telephone booth and became Underdog.
Simon has Polly, so I must be quick. My brilliant brain will do the trick.
And Underdog's great brain soon came up with an ingenious answer.
My plan is clear. I am not slow. Now hip, 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 and away we go.
Help! Oh, help!
Now, my proud beauty, I'm going to turn you into a picture. Simon says Underdog.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Simon says hold it.
But Underdog had the answer to the camera ray. Quickly, he held up a mirror, and the rays bounced right back and turned Simon into a picture. Immediately, Underdog released Sweet Polly.
Oh, thank you, Underdog. But what about the chief and the squad and those two with the funny baseball?
Underdog's brilliant brain had told him that if he turned the lens of the camera around, it would turn the pictures back into people. Thank you, Underdog.
Just one more picture, then we're through. I'll turn the ray upon those two. And now you see my job is done. I have saved them, everyone.
My hero.
Yes, I am a true hero, so it's hip, 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 and away I go.
Look in the sky. It's a plane.
It's a bird.
It's a frog.
A frog. Not plane or bird or even frog. It's just little old me. Underdog.
Deep in the forest grows a tall, tall tree. Of course, it was a short tree, but it grew. And down at the bottom of that tree, there's a little old box that's really the home of Mr. Wizard the Lizard.
Yes? Who is that?
It's Tooter the Turtle, Mr. Wizard. I got another favor to ask.
Come in, my boy. Well, Tooter, what have you been doing, huh?
Been to the moving pictures, Mr. Wizard.
And what did you see, my boy?
The evening patrol. Oh, and boy, it sure was exciting. All about brave pilots in the war, and oh, that's what I want to be, Mr. Wizard. A real flying fighter.
That's a dangerous business, Tooter. It was not the child's play.
Oh, please, Mr. Wizard. Oh, I know that's the life for me.
Very well, Tooter, but be careful, my boy. In 1917, the Germans, under the command of Erich von Bach, the Black Baron, was cleaning up in the air with the Messerschmitts. Every day the Americans was losing more and more men until only one pilot was left.
Lieutenant Tooter reporting, sir.
Tooter, you're our best pilot now, and it's up to you to bring down those Messerschmitts. You take off at dawn. Good luck.
And so, at dawn the next day, Tooter was ready. The hotshot pilots always wore the silk scarf and carried a swagger stick to make dashing figures.
Contact!
Tooter was starting his taxi down the field, revving up the engine and gaining speed for the takeoff.
Ceiling zero. These ground fogs sure do come in fast. The air sure is rough today. Better see if I can get up out of this fog. It sure was a thick fog. Well, I'm going to get the Black Baron and those old Messerschmitts.
Meanwhile, back at the German base, the Baron was warming up his plane and addressing the squadron.
Schick heil! Von Schimmelheil, die Kaiser und Gesprächen sind dein Himmelsschwachel, oben alles und den Kuder, was Splucken mit dem Marschen konzentriert. Und I, the Black Baron, will personally shoot down the American dog, and I ain't whistling Dixie.
And so the German ace vowed to shoot down the American ace. On high over the fields of France, they met in the dogfighter. First, like the gentlemen they was, they started to shoot at each other with the pistols. This was the custom of the times. But then they got down to the real business with the machine guns. Tooter was very skillful with the maneuverings like the loop-de-loops and the barrel rolls and the Immelmans. Always he was in complete control of the aircraft. The Baron makes the lucky shot and Tooter's oil line breaks. This also was the custom in those days. Always the oil line would bust.
Oh boy, night sure comes in a hurry around these parts.
The Baron, with more experience, got more hits than Tooter, but the brave Tooter was unafraid.
Help, Mr. Wizard! Help! Save me!
Here I go again. Drussel, drassel, drussel, drum. Time for this one to come home.
Gee, Mr. Wizard, looks like I made a mess out of things again.
Always I tell you, Tooter, be just what you is, not what you is not. Folks what you is as the happiest lot.
Come on and see.
day.
Tennessee Tuxedo. We will be parachuting for your pleasure, sailing seas in search of treasure, anything so he can measure up to man. That's Tennessee Tuxedo. A small penguin who drives a tan tuxedo, though he may fail. As he fights for fame and glory, still he tries in each new story tale.
One morning, just before visiting hours, Tennessee Tuxedo and his friend Chumley left the zoo in their customary casual fashion. It was Tennessee's idea that if they dressed like weathermen, they could get jobs as weathermen, and so prove that they were as smart as human beings. Sure enough, when they were interviewed at the Weather Bureau...
Are you sure you've had experience as weathermen?
Of course we're experienced. Don't we look like weathermen?
Okay, go ahead. Funny thing, what they really looked like was a penguin and a walrus.
Now, this is the life, Chumley. A real job. Working hard, just like people.
Yeah, Tennessee. But I wonder when we get our coffee break.
No. You said it was going to rain week before last, and it didn't. You said it was going to rain last week, and it didn't. You said it was going to rain this week, and it didn't. My cauliflower crop is drying up. Now I want rain. Now either you make it rain, or I'll be back with this.
You know, when you taught me into this job, I didn't know it was going to be so hard on my eardrums.
I see. You say you think the weather business is too noisy and you want to go back to the zoo.
A good idea.
No, Chumley, we're going through with this job. And here's your first assignment. Hop out and make it rain.
Okay.
Just like I've been saying all along. Nothing to these jobs. Earthquake! Run for your lives! It's Chumley! Chumley, give me that.
Whoops. Gee, Tennessee, I'm terribly, awfully sorry. Did it hurt?
You want to know if it hurt? Of course not, Chumley. I always wear this little knot on my head. Now, just what are you doing?
Well, it took a little while, but I finally went to the library and found a rainmaking book.
I see. So you're making it rain like it says in the book. Let me see that. Oh, no, Chumley. This is an Indian history book. It says some Indians believed they could make it rain by beating drums and dancing.
Yeah. Well, I'm part Indian, you know.
I see. You say you're related to the Indians, eh? Well, just what kind of an Indian are you?
See? I'm a Blackfoot.
A Blackfoot? Of course. That's hysterical, Chumley. Now, let's see if you can keep joking like that when the farmer comes back with his shotgun. He wants rain or else.
Well, if I can't drum up any rain this way, how do I make it rain?
How do you make it rain? Well, it's easy. You just take a little, you pick out a big, you mix up some,
Hey, Tennessee, maybe it's time we went to see the man with all the answers.
Yes, Chumley, Mr. Whoopi. And we'd better see him fast.
So soon our heroes were in the office of their friend and advisor, Phineas J. Whoopi, the man with all the answers.
That's it, Mr. Whoopi. We've got to make it rain. Team pour.
Well, that sounds like a college cheer. Rain, eh? Well, that's a job that can't be watered down. Sounds like we'll have to use the three-dimensional blackboard.
Gee, that's cool.
Or, to be more precise, my boy, we're getting warm. Now, where did I put it? Perhaps in the closet. Ah, yes. Let's see. Whoopee! The fabulous, fantastic, flashy, flexible, and infallible 3D BB. There, now, what was it you,
Rain.
Oh, yes, indeed, rain. Well, rain comes from the clouds. Every cloud is made of millions and millions of tiny droplets of water. Like this. So light, they stay up in the sky and float around in the form of clouds. You see?
Yes, of course. Only, how do they get down?
Yes. Well, yes, get down. Well, as the cloud floats around, the droplets bump into each other and join together until pretty soon they're too big and heavy to stay up in the sky. And then, whoopee! It rains!
Fine. Great. Terrific. But how can we make it rain?
Well, yes. Well, one way is to fly over a cloud and sprinkle thousands of little tiny pieces of dry ice on it.
Dry ice? Hey, Tennessee.
Chumley wants to know how to dry ice.
Dry ice? Oh, no. That's just a special kind of ice, like ice cream men use to keep their ice cream cold in their trucks. When you sprinkle it on the clouds, it's called seeding, because each little seed of ice helps make the droplets grow bigger. Of course, it doesn't work every time, but
that's good enough. Let's go. Stop. Take off.
And soon our heroes, together with Phineas J. Whoopi, were winging their way through the sky.
Okay, we're over the cloud. Chumley, take this box of dry ice chips and sprinkle them on the cloud.
That's a cool job.
I see, so you think it sounds like an ice idea. Wonderful, Chumley. Now step on it. No, Chumley, no. Don't step on the cloud, you clod.
Chumley! Gee, what a big first step. What happened?
What happened? You tried to walk on a cloud. That's what happened. You can't do that. Not you, Chumley, a walrus.
Perhaps I got a little too enthusiastic.
I know you got carried away.
But in spite of everything, I carried out my mission.
You did drop the ice on the cloud. That's great, Chumley, great. Maybe it will rain. We did it. We made it rain, rain, rain. And look, we're coming down right at the weather office. My friend, we'll be heroes.
Perhaps so. But would you kindly inform me what that noise is?
That noise? That, Chumley, is our public, followers, autograph hunters.
There they are. They're the ones who made it rain.
Ruined my new hairdo.
Ruined my fishing.
Ruined my golf game.
It sounds to me like they want our scalps more than our signatures.
You say they don't sound like autograph hunters. More like headhunters. Very funny, Chumley.
Look at that. The big one. He looks just like a walrus.
And the other one. Good grief, he's a penguin.
They're not supposed to be weathermen.
Let's run them out of town.
Uh-oh. I wonder what we ought to do now. You're right, Chumley. Let's get back to the zoo. Go, run, fly. Well, we failed again. Messed up. Goof.
We did not goof entirely. Do not overlook the fact that we have learned something.
You say we learned something. What?
I wrote a poem. Rain, rain, go away. That is what some people say. Other people want it teeming. When it is not, they really get screaming. But one thing we have learned that's true. The weather business isn't easy if you are a penguin or a walrus, and be it ever so humdrum, there's no place like home.
You know, Chumley, sometimes you're just too deep.
There, the Himalaya Mountains, my most exciting climb.
Commander, I must be good.
I was making the climb alone, except for bearers to carry supplies and weapons. We soon encountered a howling blizzard. My trusty bearers were unable to keep up with me. My tremendous stride, don't you know? And then it happened, an avalanche of snow. Deftly, I jumped aside, but the snow completely covered my bearers. There I was, alone in the blizzard. At that moment, I found myself facing a tribe of horrible monsters, the abominable snowmen. I raced up the mountain with the screaming monsters hot on my heels. reach the top ahead of them, but there I could go no further. Trapped by the abominable snowmen. But what did you do? I did the only possible thing. I whipped out my trusty lighter, sparked it into flame, and melted the abominable snowman. Then I simply used one of the monster's shields as a snow sled, and sped to the bottom of the mountain, a conquering hero. Absolutely unbelievable. Quite.
That cat, he's after Savior Faire. What a rat, he's stealing everywhere. Come that cat, we'll track him to his lair. He always gets his mouth. Klondike cat, he's always on the trail. Klondike cat, through rain or snow or hail. Klondike cat, that cop will never fail. He always gets his mouse.
Wanted, dead or alive, Savior Faire. Yeah, that ought to... Who did that? Who did that? All right now, this has gone far enough. This to me.
Savior Faire is everywhere.
Y'all make mincemeat out of that mouse. Y'all invent a secret weapon. It sure is hard work pushing this secret weapon up the mountain. But it'll be worth it, 'cause there's Savior Faire's hideout down there. I'll just wait till he shows himself, then kablooey! Aha! There he is! I've got him! Ready! Aim! Fire!
Savior Faire is everywhere.
Yeah!
Klondike, I thought you were in the mountains capturing Savior Faire.
You almost got him too, Major. Only something went wrong with my secret weapon. But I'll get him this time!
Ah, good show of spirit, Klondike.
Now, just let him show himself around that cabin and kablooey! Yoo-hoo! There he is! Fire!
Klondike, but I thought...
Y'all make mincemeat out of that mouse.
Yes, good chap. Carry on.
you won. Savior Faire is
Klondike cat always gets his mouse.